All right. So sorry, guys, we lost it a little bit right there. We are back. What I was talking about basically is my name is Jobot. I'm a hip hop artist, spiritually motivated, and I'm all for a greener earth and spreading peace and love. And I shared some quotes. Um, the most important one to me, anyway, is the mind is everything, and what you think you become, and that's Buddha. Great philosopher, spiritual leader of our time. Not necessarily of our time right now, but you should Google him if you don't know who he is. But so all of these people across all of these platforms and all of these industries have realized that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. And specifically, what I'm talking about today is what you feed your mind is everything. And like I said, I'm an artist, so I've been thinking about music. That's kind of where I am in reality. I hear songs and I relate them to everything that's going on, and that's kind of the way I speak and communicate with the world. And uh, yeah, so I started off listening to the Beatles when I was young and at home. My mom would just bump them on the radio, Beatles and Joni Mitchell and the whole spiritual love movement of the 70s. And I grew up in that. And I went through Van Halen talking about being hot for teacher. And I got into punk rock listening to Blink 182 and those kind of ridiculous teenage angsty songs, and then I got into hardcore metal music, and finally I got into hip hop, and pretty much everything since I listened to the Beatles has been aggressive and violent and inappropriate, and one of my favorite rappers actually is Eminem, and he speaks almost majoritively about horrible things. He does them in a way that's very entertaining to me, and there was a time in my life where I enjoyed them, and I wasn't as healthy back then. But the point is, um, uh, we are what we feed our mind. So when I was a kid and I was listening to the Beatles, I was in love with that, and I thought the world was just the most perfect place and everybody was living in peace and there was no issues. And then I got older and these other music started coming out, and I started learning more things about the world, and it changed my views and it changed the person I was. um, so one of the things I'm doing personally as a musician is I'm trying to bring more of the Beatles vibe, more of the love, ecocentric, earth-centered, spiritual aspects back to music, and trying to bring more love into the mainstream media, specifically hip hop. Um, so, what I believe is that what you feed your mind is everything. So, um, all of these conscious philosophers, authors, all agree in these ways as well. Just like the Buddha said, the mind is everything, what you think you become. But also, science has revealed that we have mirror neurons in our minds that actually reflect what we see directly in life. A lot of these come into play when you're born as a child and you're learning from your parents, and that's why that's the same reason why many of you and even myself, we act like our parents. We move the same way. We say the same euphemisms. We express ourselves, and we feel, even sometimes we feel the same way our parents do. And those are these mirror neurons, and those are more of a scientific term. You can look those up. I don't want to get too much into it today, but that's just the science backing the fact that the mind is everything, and leads back to my thesis about what you feed your mind is everything. Um, and then, I wanted to get into just how relentless the media is, with these new artists. There's commercials, there's advertisements, even on our social media feeds. There's just a blanket smothering us of, sexually pervasive things. They're scaring us with fear. They're showing us all these treasures and big things. They're trying to sell us these big glistening burgers as if that's what our body needs to nurture ourselves. But like the title says, if you eat healthy, you probably know that you shouldn't be eating red meat, big juicy burgers every day, because you're not going to be healthy. It's not going to lead to good health. And along the lines, what you're feeding your minds with the media you take in, like the movies you watch, the artists you listen to. Um, if you're someone like me that wants more world peace, if you want more love in your life, if you want to bring people together, and you want to end world hunger, and you want a greener planet, if you're listening to a rap song that's just talking about, you know, just making money and selling drugs and doing this and doing that all the time on the radio, subconsciously your mind is taking that in and absorbing that. And it might not be the forefront of your consciousness. You might be saying, oh well, I listen to it all the time, but I'm a preacher. But at the same time, it's seeding into parts of your mind. It's reflecting off of these mirror neurons, and your mind is everything. So we need to be careful what we're taking in. I mean, there's so many things across the history, since across America's history, at least, with advertising. I mean, for men, it's all about, you have the big car and the nice house, and that's going to get you this woman. And that's something that it has been sold to us. These advertisement agencies know that the mind is powerful, and they know that what they feed your mind, you're going to accept as truth, and it's going to reflect back, and you're going to want that, and it's going to be, and it has become our reality. Same thing with women. Being sexy and flirtatious and dressing scantily is what's going to get you a man. That's something that's been ascribed to us through the media we take in. And um, so I think I covered most of that. Yeah. So, I mean, we're here in collaboration with World Unity Week, or Global Unity Week, with Peace Weekend, and we're coming into International Peace Day. So I think the majority of us, maybe not my IG fans, but the majority of us seeing this through Trello or Peace Weekend, want more peace, want more love. So I want you to just take note of the media you're taking in. When you're binging on Netflix, are you watching, those little scantily clad dancing girls, and are you enjoying that? Are you accepting that as your reality? Is that something you want to um, create more of? Are you watching Tiger King and you just wishing you want to be that guy? Or is it even just a joke to you? Because even if it is a joke and it's silly, um, it's still going into your mind. It's being reflected. And at some level, um, in my theory, um, I believe that it's affecting us. It's affecting our world. It's changing our world. And I think that that's just something that we can be aware of. Now, I want to make it clear that, it is important to hear different sides of the story. It is important to hear negativity. It's important to be able to relate with your friends, but it's just important that you are aware of what you're doing when you're engaging in negative activities or activities that are against what you believe in. One other quote I have here is, it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. And that's Aristotle, ancient Greek philosopher. And he's just saying that. He's like, take it all in, but make sure you have the strength of mind and the strength of character to maintain your peace and to attain peace, um, through this crazy world that's just billboards and commercials and Justin Bieber coming on the radio and talking about yummy things. I don't understand the song, or it just, the list goes on and on. I mean, with news and politics, we really have to be aware of what we're taking in. We can't accept everything as truth. But I think most importantly, if you want peace, you want love, then gravitate to those communities that bring you that. Gravitate to people, artists, gravitate to movies and documentaries that enforce your beliefs and enforce the world that you're looking for. I mean, you're gonna learn more. You're going to be more involved. You're going to be more engaged. Your mind's going to be wheeling and dealing, and every level of your mind. You know, the consciousness, the actuality you live in is going to be living peace. Your conscious mind is going to be living in peace, and then your also subconscious mind and your mirror neurons are going to be reflecting peace back. And I think that's really important. Yeah, so the mind is everything. What you think, you become. What you listen to, you mirror. So careful what you listen to. Listen to all good things. Spread the love, peace, and happiness. And I'm going to share with you guys a couple of my own songs right now. And I wanted to give you a preface of obnoxious motorcycling. Hold on, let's give that a second. Yeah, so the first album I have, Jobot J0307, was written over a period of 10 years, and it reflects a lot of what I was taking in as a younger person. And there are some negative content. There is some negative content in there, so use that Aristotle mind when you listen to those. But my new album's coming out. It's going to be titled Love, and I'm in a whole different mind state for that. And these two songs I'm going to play you today are acoustic versions of two of the songs from the new album, and they're completely love-centered, and I hope you really enjoy them. So I'm going to get into that right now. So first one's called Arms. Life was a comet, like a bomb that hit Earth's crust that burst and started all this. It was magic, it was a miracle, and it was God's gift. Now it's all coming down to these politics. Really, all of it doesn't matter as much to me as our first kiss. And I just wanna hold you in my arms, dance under those stars, forget what life puts in between us. Oh yeah, let's do something with meaning, do something with meaning in my arms, under the stars. Forget what life puts in between us. Let's do something with meaning. Love is a sonnet. It's a state of bliss. It's a feeling, and when you get it, you just can't resist. Yeah, I feel it when we hold hands and we're walking on the beach in the sand. It's in the air and it's in the plants, and even when you can, no, you always can. Yeah, it's a miracle and it's God's gift, and I can't believe it. I can't believe we get all of this. And I just wanna hold you in my arms, dance under the stars, forget what life puts in between us. Oh yeah, let's do something with meaning. We'll do something with meaning Let's do something with meaning. Happiness is the places where life and love touch bases. Green pastures where cows graze, and it's where we can raise kids, and it's amazing. It's a miracle, and it's God's gift, and I can't believe it. I can't believe we got all this, and I just wanna hold you in my arms under the stars. Forget what life puts in between us. Let's do something. We'll do something in my arms under the stars. Forget what life puts in between us. Let's do something with meaning in my arms under the stars. Forget what life puts in between us. Let's do something with meaning. Alright, guys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Dave. All right. So the next one I have here, I actually haven't released in an acoustic version yet. But this one's called This Moment. Sauce actually saw the video for this one already, but this is a little bit of a different take. So I hope you guys enjoy. Little white butterflies reminding of the transformation. We will rise in time to give ourselves one more chance. If we're desirous of this, then don't push this aside till the next life. We don't get to decide it. The sun rises, so hit inside. Yeah, you know this. All that we have is this moment. Don't push this aside till the next life. We don't get to decide these things that we just don't really need. The oceans are rising, fires are burning, while the earth is flexing her power. So don't just sit there and smell the flowers. Think more about the flowers. Think more about yourself. You are love, and so is everyone else. Don't push this aside till the next time. Get to decide when the sun rises. Somewhere hidden inside, yeah, you know it is. All that we have is this moment. Don't push this aside till the next time. Get to decide when the sun rises. Somewhere hidden inside, yeah, you know it is. All that we have is this moment. Don't push this aside. It's all that we have. All that we have is this moment. All that we have is this moment. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. So this video is going to be posted on Trello and Peace Weekend, I believe, as long as our technologies can get it together. So if you missed some of it, if you want to hear it again, check it out. One more time, my name is Jobot, J0307, and you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. I have an album out now, and I have 2 singles for my new album already out as well on YouTube, and some music videos. One for this moment that you just heard. So please subscribe, follow me. I do all those things. That would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you have extra means and you're thriving in this life, please consider donating to my GoFundMe, gofundme.com/Jobot-love, so J0307-love, and I'll post that around later as well, and that would be amazing. That way I can continue making this music at a more rapid pace, because we gotta keep up with all of these big industries selling us different things, and we need to stay in love, we need to stay in peace, we need to keep advocating for a greener planet. So I'm going to leave you guys with one more quote. This one's by Rene Descartes. He's a philosopher as well, and it is not enough to have a good mind. The main thing is to use it well. So many blessings to all of you. Have a beautiful, wonderful life. Fill it with nothing but love, mirror love, and enjoy this beautiful creation. Thank you all so much for coming and tuning in. Peace.